back to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into some source material you provided about Rob's first seagoing maintenance job back in 1982.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's, imagine this, a young tradesman, fresh out of his apprenticeship, itching for adventure and some, real-world experience.
It's a classic story, ambition meeting opportunity and the setting. A ship called the MV Galini.
Okay.
A bulk carrier sailing international waters.
Wow.
We're talking international travel, onboard shenanigans encounters with a Greek crew, and a touch of danger in the Persian Gulf.
Oh, wow.
During the Iran-Iraq War.
That sounds like quite the experience.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so let's unpack this.
Okay.
Starting with Rob's initial steps into the world of skilled trades. He is advised to ditch the shipyard scene.
Right.
A bit of wisdom that hints at the unique culture of the time.
Being stuck in the shipyard meant being seen as a boy forever.
Oh.
To truly learn and earn respect, he needed to branch out. So he takes on land-based jobs, first at a Royal Air Force site in Devon, which sounds pretty standard.
Yeah.
But then things take a turn. He ends up in Northern Ireland during the Troubles.
Wow.
Working under armed guard.
Oh, my goodness.
Talk about a trial by fire.
Wow, that's intense. It's like a glimpse into the kind of resilience and adaptability that would serve him well on a ship.
Exactly.
But even with these challenging land-based jobs, his heart was set on seagoing maintenance.
He kept applying undeterred by rejections for lack of experience.
Yeah.
And finally, a company called Amethyst Marine takes a chance on him.
Oh, wow. So that's great.
Yeah.
So it's 1982. And Rob's adventure finally begins.
Yeah, 3 days' notice.
Wow.
And he's off joining 4 other workers he's never met. Heading to the MV Galini, a bulk carrier hauling cargo across the globe.
I can only imagine the mix of nerves and excitement.
It's a leap of faith, especially for the youngest guy in the group.
Yeah.
Their journey starts with a ferry ride from Dover to Dunkirk. While Rob's keeping a low profile, observing his more experienced companions, they're bonding over drinks in the ferry's bar.
Right.
But it's their culinary experience in Dunkirk that really stands out.
Ah, yes. The infamous fish eyeball soup.
Yes.
More than just a strange dish, it symbolizes the kind of cultural immersion that comes with international travel. A taste of things to come, perhaps.
Definitely. It's a reminder that stepping outside your comfort zone, even in something as simple as trying a new food, can be a gateway to new experiences and perspective.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So with their bellies full of, well, whatever that soup was, they board the MV Galini. I hear Rob's assigned to the ship's hospital cabin.
Yeah.
Talk about irony.
Yeah.
And we can't forget the supervisor requesting several cases of beer upon arrival.
Oh, yeah.
It paints a picture of a very particular work culture on board.
It certainly does. And their first task.
Okay.
Replacing the old inert gas lines on deck.
Oh, okay.
Now, inert gas lines are crucial on ships like the Galini.
They pump inert gas into cargo holds to prevent explosions, especially when carrying flammable materials.
Right.
To install the new ones, they first have to remove the old ones.
Okay.
Which involves burning off the nuts on the pipe flanges.
Now, I'm no expert, but I imagine that involves a blowtorch.
Yes.
And some serious heat.
It does.
Not exactly a walk in the park.
Nope.
Especially on a moving ship.
Exactly. And this is where we see Rob's adaptability.
Okay.
Despite not being a burner, he takes on the task further honing his skills.
Yeah.
And demonstrating a willingness to go beyond his designated trade.
Absolutely. So as they work, they start interacting with the ship's crew, a friendly bunch of Greek sailors.
Being contractors gives them officer status, which means they get to eat in the officers' mess, enjoying superb meals served to them.
Wow, that's pretty nice.
It's a glimpse into the ship's hierarchy and the perks that come with certain roles.
Right.
It also underscores the importance of respecting those hierarchies.
Yeah.
And navigating the social dynamics of shipboard life. For sure. So they're sailing across the Bay of Biscay, thankfully calm seas this time, but their final destination is still a mystery.
Right.
Leading to a lot of speculation.
Yeah.
Some even thought it might be Brazil.
Wow.
Meanwhile, they discover an empty swimming pool on the aft end of the ship.
And true to their resourceful nature, they ask why it's empty. Learning that most of the crew can't swim. Naturally, they get it filled and start using it after their workday.
Oh, that's great.
A perfect way to unwind after hours of hard labor.
Yeah, absolutely. It speaks to their ability to make the most of their situation.
Right.
Finding moments of fun and camaraderie amidst the demanding work.
Yeah.
And then there's the story to the captain and the tin of fish.
Oh, yeah.
a prank that revealed the lighthearted atmosphere on board.
Imagine this, the captain, eager for a catch, casts his line, he's called away to the bridge.
Okay.
And while he's gone, one of the crew members sneaks a tin of fish onto his line.
Oh my God.
Upon returning, they pretend he's got a bite, leading to a hilarious reveal.
Oh, that's classic. The laughter must have echoed across the deck.
I bet.
This leads to a fantastic barbecue with the crew complete with freshly caught fish, cold beer, and even some Greek dancing.
Wow.
It's a scene of pure joy and connection.
We have to talk about Rob's visit to the ship's bridge.
The bridge. What happened there?
Well, he's having dinner in the officers' mess, gets to talking with one of the deck officers.
I could see Rob being curious, wanting to learn more.
He is. And the officer, he's impressed with Rob's questions, so he invites him up to the bridge during his watch.
Wow, what an opportunity. Seeing the ship from that perspective, the command center.
It was. The officer gives him a tour, shows him the navigation systems, the radar, everything.
Must have been like a dream come true for anyone fascinated by ships. What did he see up there?
He got a first-hand look at the technology of the time, the global positioning system, receivers, the fathometers for measuring depth, the compasses, chronometers, radios,
Right.
all the tools that help the crew navigate the vast expanse of the ocean.
It's fascinating to think about how much technology has changed since then.
Oh, yeah.
But even back then, it required a high level of skill and precision to use those tools effectively.
Absolutely. And to top it off, the officer shared a whiskey with rum at the end of his watch.
Oh, wow.
It's a small gesture, but it speaks volumes about the camaraderie and respect that could exist between different ranks on a ship. The MV Galini, she's heading towards the Persian Gulf, 1982, right in the thick of the Iran-Iraq War. Things are about to get, well, a little tense.
Yeah, that's a whole different ballgame. It's not just the usual risks of seagoing maintenance anymore. You've got a war zone to deal with.
Exactly. And you have to remember, this is before the internet, before 24/7 news. They're heading into this volatile region with limited information.
Must have been a lot of uncertainty, a lot of anxiety. So what happens? Do they keep going?
Well, they get offered what's called Banger money, basically a big bonus for staying on and finishing the job.
Oh, wow. That's a tempting offer, especially for young guys like Rob trying to make a name for themselves.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a huge gamble, right? How do you weigh the risk to your life against, well, a paycheck?
Tough call. And it's not just their own lives, it's their families back home, too.
Absolutely. So they have this meeting, the whole team, and they decide, you know what? Safety comes first. They turn down the danger money.
That's a brave decision. Walking away from that kind of opportunity takes guts.
It does. Shows a lot about their character, their priorities.
Yeah, they recognize that some things just aren't worth the risk. Okay, so eventually the time comes for Rob and his team to leave the Galini. They made their decision. So where do they end up?
Well, they're supposed to disembark in Malta. Pretty standard procedure. But things take a bit of a turn. They're told to climb down a Jacob's ladder.
A Jacob's ladder. Wait, like the rope ladders you see in pirate movies?
Exactly that. Rope ladder, wooden rungs, hanging over the side of the ship. They have to climb down this swaying ladder with all their gear onto another boat.
Okay, I have to ask, what kind of boat? Don't tell me it's a pirate ship.
Not a pirate ship, but close. A Maltese gunboat.
A Maltese gunboat. Seriously, what a way to go.
Right. It's like something out of an adventure film. The Galini towering above, the gunboat bobbing below, Rob and his team clinging to that ladder.
So do they sail off into the sunset on this gunboat?
Not quite. There's a scheduling issue, and they end up with an unexpected layover in Malta.
Okay, so their adventure's not over yet. What do?
They make the most of it, explore the city, enjoy the sunshine, have a few well-deserved beers. A fitting end to Rob's first seagoing maintenance experience.
What a journey.
Yeah.
Shipyards, military installations, war zones, a Maltese gunboat. It's incredible.
And it's not just about the events. It's about what he learns along the way. Adaptability, resilience, embracing the unknown.
Yeah. Even though he didn't make it to the final destination, he still gained so much.
Oh, absolutely. Those experiences, they change you, even if you don't realize it right away.
The skills, the people he met, the things he had to overcome, it all shapes who he becomes.
It makes you wonder, did he keep seeking out adventure? Did he end up back on a ship? Maybe even another Jacob's ladder?
It's fun to think about. But for now, we'll leave Rob in Malta enjoying the sun and, well, probably thinking, what a ride. But really, this whole deep dive, it's a reminder for all of us to look beyond the surface, to appreciate the work that goes into keeping things running.
The people who keep those ships sailing, keep global trade moving, it's a whole world out there. And honestly, we wouldn't be here without them.
So next time you see a cargo ship or even a truck on the highway, Remember Rob's story. Remember the people who make it all happen. And that's a wrap on this deep dive. Until next time.